It's time to focus on the things you need, the things you deserve. You deserve a healthy body, supplements that get you moving and keep you moving, that make you feel good, look good, do good. And they shouldn't contain GMOs, artificial ingredients, or heavy metals, ever. Supplements that are clinically studied, use proven absorption technologies, are designed by scientists, and are ethically sourced and produced. Supplements with everything you need, nothing you don't. You deserve a company that you can trust, that's dedicated to safe manufacturing practices and third-party testing, that ensures the highest quality of effectiveness from extraction of ingredients all the way to the composition of the packaging. Wait a second. You deserve to see the process. You deserve a company led by a CEO with a deep belief in the power of people, dedicated to inspiring entrepreneurs to achieve success. A company with a phytonutrient chemist and expert on natural molecules who is obsessed with human health and has your best interest in mind to design its products. A board comprised of talented doctors from around the world. You deserve to be surrounded by people you trust and look up to. Empowered ambassadors that inspire wellness every day. Leaders who are rooting for you to be the best version of yourself. A community that works hard and plays hard. You deserve to experience adventures that take you around the world, and you deserve to be recognized for your hard work. It's time to get what you deserve. It's time to shift your focus. 3.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. My name is Dr. Lena Gamble. I am excited to be here to share with you today about our global onboarding opportunity. I am coming to you now from Phuket, Thailand. I am right in the middle of my Asia trip. I got to start off with the grand openings of our Malaysia and Taiwan offices, which were absolutely amazing. The energy that we felt, the teams that were present, the international delegate that came from 11 different countries to celebrate and to assist and to teach and to train and to help get these offices open was absolutely amazing. Just to be a part of such a historic event was so honoring. And I have thoroughly enjoyed meeting the teams on the ground in both Malaysia and Taiwan. They are phenomenal, and Asia is taking off in wonderful ways for this company. So I look forward to continuing to learn and to share with them as well. I am presently in Phuket, Thailand, just for a little bit of a short vacation break in between all the wonderful hard work we've been doing. So I get this chance now to share with you who have just joined our company what onboarding looks like and to give you some information that you're going to need to ramp up your business and get you started in the right direction. So let's move on into that. But wait, before we move into that, I do want to give you a little bit of a background for myself. My name again is Dr. Lena Gamble. I am a board certified family medicine physician, and I've also done some scientific work as well. I have a PhD in molecular pathology, and those two fields have come together to really help me to realize my dream, which of course is to help as many people as possible. So I get to do that on the medical side by seeing patients individually. And then on the scientific side, we of course make discoveries and we do research that gets to help people broadly. So being able to do both of those is absolutely amazing. Here, with 3, I have found an amazing opportunity to really support one of my biggest dreams, which is to travel the world and to help people in developing nations where they don't have access to medical care. Now, that takes a lot of effort and a lot of money. And 3 is the vehicle that I'm using to actually fund or finance the dream that I have. And so I've been able to connect with other dreamers, other people who have really big dreams that they want to find the network to support, or find the finances to support, or to just do some of the personal development that's going to be required to do the things that we want to do with this gift of life and skills and talents that we've been given. So, three has been an absolutely amazing opportunity for all of those things. Now, we will begin with explaining a bit about the onboarding, giving a bit of background and some information that will help you as you get started on your journey. So, congratulations for signing up. And make sure that you keep the number, the phone number, email address, text message, WhatsApp, whatever it is, of the person who invited you right on hand, because you're going to want to stay in close contact with them as you make it through these steps. Okay. So first, I want to point out the webinar link that's listed below, the Spark Global Zoom. You're going to need that handy. Okay. That's what you're going to use to get connected in multiple ways that I'll explain in a little while. So, for some of us, I'm also entrepreneurial. I've started 4 or 5 businesses since, beginning of med school. I've started multiple businesses, and they've all been in the traditional business model. What does that look like? Um, a lot of times you have to have an office. These days, not so much. At times, we're able to do things virtually. But for some of us, if I want to see patients, I need an office, right? So there's an office that's required. There's staffing, customer service. For me, I'd need nurses, front office staff. I need billing staff, all kinds of staff that come with that. These are things that also I'm personally not trained in. As an entrepreneur, one of the things that you learn is to wear many hats, right? So you do all kinds of things that you're not trained to do. Um, and so, keeping inventory was one of those. I do remember the very first time that I was required to do inventory for our clinic, and it was not fun, quite a headache. But that's a part, of having a traditional business. The manufacturing, having to make decisions on where we would order things, what things would be required, in what numbers, how many of those things we needed, all of those kinds of questions we had to figure out. Research and development. We would need to determine, what's coming next, what things are important for the demographic that we were serving. All of those types of things would have to come into play. Putting together a website. Oh my gosh. For those of us who are not as technologically savvy, putting together a website could be the straw, that breaks the camel's back. Thankfully I have a lot of friends who are very good at these things. And thankfully we have a company now, we'll talk about in just a minute, who's done these things for us, which is absolutely important. But having a business management system, how do you want to run your business? What does that look like? Putting together all the logistics, figuring out the marketing, having sales staff. I know nothing about marketing. I'm telling you, I get stumped at the very beginning of marketing, like, what colors do you want your brand to be? And then I'm stuck, right? And so, like, thankfully, the traditional business model is not what this business model is, and we'll show you what this business model does offer. So we can talk about the power of a sharing economy. Business has shifted from this DIY model, this whole do-it-yourself opportunity, and it's moved to what's called a sharing economy in lots of ways that you will recognize. So in general, there is a platform provider, and that platform provider can offer certain services such as Uber uses these options, Lyft as well, Grab, which is what we're using here in Asia, which is, similar to Uber and Lyft. Airbnb as well is also one of these sharing economy type platforms. And what happens is there are participants who provide services by sharing their assets. So what does this look like? I, for example, might have a vehicle, And I want to make a little extra money on the side, for whatever reason. And I can go out and I can create a website and a logo and branding and advertising and do the logistics and the R&D and figure out what hours are best for the demographic that I want to serve in the city where I live. Or I can just sign up with Uber, right? And Uber has done all of that for me. I can connect to their platform and simply get in my car, start it up, turn on my app, and begin to make money. So this is the power of a sharing economy. What does that look like for us? On our platform, we offer cross-border uh, e-commerce. What does that mean? That if you have ever purchased anything online, you've used e-commerce. So any of the sites that we're able to make purchases from your favorite clothing store to shoes, to some of the bigger name shopping options online, all of these are what we call e-commerce. You click on something, you put it in your cart, you pay for it, and it shows up at your door. Okay. Ours is cross-border. What does that mean? It means that we started in 14 different countries and we're able to order things. I can sign up people here while I am in Thailand on vacation, and they can place orders using the link that I'd send them, and it would show up right at their door. This is what cross-border means. So we have a platform provider, which is 3 International, and then we have our participants, which are us, the brand ambassadors. So what do we do as participants in this particular platform? We share and promote products and opportunity with the people that we know. Now, this isn't any different than what we're already doing. For example, I've met, a few folks who've become really fast friends here in Thailand. And I might ask, where's a good restaurant to go to? And they'll say, oh, this one's my favorite. You should try this. This is the best food, in the neighborhood where you're staying. These are wonderful things. What are they doing? Sharing and promoting a product for me, a restaurant, right? Well, what we do is we share and promote the amazing products that we've all learned about, that have already had the R&D done, that already have the websites provided. All of this information, or all of these tools have been given to us. And so what we do is we just share and promote these products with people who may be interested. What do we get in return for our willingness to connect with this opportunity? We get a turnkey business system. So we get our own website that's already a replicated website that we can call our back office, right? We have a front office and a back office, so we get this replicated website. And it has a global pay in and pay out solution. Now, this e-commerce ready pay in and pay out solution, what does that mean? It means I pay in order to obtain access, right, to these tools. And so this is a $30 fee that we pay once per year. And it allows me to have access to this website. And then they pay out. So when people go in using my link to make a purchase, I get paid daily for retail purchases. And then we get paid weekly for all other types of incentives and payments. We get a back office system to track our business. And this is really important because it means I don't have to take care of the logistics myself. I get to um, really be hands off. I send a link, the person makes the payment, and I don't ever have to pay attention to the fact that, there have been 3 purchases from Thailand and 2 signups in Malaysia, and the folks on my team in the US are sharing the opportunity, and they have people that are making purchases, and I don't have to keep track of any of it. That is the beauty of having this back office management system. Now, we also get a corporate headquarters with international offices as well. I've already mentioned our most recent ones in Malaysia and Taiwan, but we also have offices in Hong Kong and Jakarta, as well as our main headquarters in Lehi, Utah. We have access as well to customer service staff who will support us 24 hours a day. We do. I've connected with them. We also have customer service staff who are able to support our businesses. And they are absolutely amazing, really helpful. The few times that I've been able to connect with them, I've gotten my questions answered in a timely manner. It's really wonderful to have a good and accessible customer service staff to assist us when we need that. So the other thing this business comes with is someone who stocks and manages inventory. So I got asked a question in our meeting here in Phuket about, keeping inventory and keeping track of stock and, how much would we need to purchase to have on hand. And while I personally like to have, a few extra products that I don't intend to consume personally, just so that I can hand out samples to people to allow them to try it. I don't have to keep any stock right in my garage and have thousands of dollars worth of product to give to people because this is an e-commerce based system. What I give to people when they want to purchase is a link, and they go online and put things in their cart and pay for it with their card, and then it arrives at their door. So the stocks and managing inventory is not a part of this process at all. Manufacturing and research development, things I know nothing about, thankfully, already come in this turnkey business, right? There's someone who's responsible for handling, all the fine details of the manufacturing and research and development side of things, which are absolutely amazing. And why we keep getting these new fantastic products with new molecules is because they are doing the research and development and the manufacturing to make that happen on our behalf and simply putting those tools in our hands. Again, the shipping and delivery logistics are handled through the e-commerce side of this business. The marketing tools are present for us. I'll give you some information on where you can find that. And then live trainings and events, online events, social media apps, all of the things that we need to promote the business are literally given to us. And so we don't have to design or plan or prepare, especially as you're coming in brand new. Any of these types of events, they're already being scheduled. And so what you can do is simply plug in anyone who may be interested into the live events that are already happening. So what does setting up your business look like? There are 5 steps that I'm going to briefly mention here, and then we'll go through them in a bit more detail. So 1, you log into your back office. You activate your e-wallet so that you can get paid. You download the 3 app. You learn about the resources and training support for your business, and then you work on your business plan. So what does accessing your back office look like? So here's the link to your back office. It's going to be office.3international.com. You'll log in with your username and password. One of the things that we're trying to help all of those who are signing up now is to use your first and last name for your username so that it becomes easier as you promote your business. People will know exactly which username belongs to you. Okay, they can easily find you, both your upline and those who you might be interested in sharing this opportunity with. You want to review the information to make sure that it's correct. And if there are some errors or instances where you find that things may not be correct, it's easy enough, excuse me, to connect with the support team so that they can make the corrections on your behalf. And then you want to set up your e-wallet so that you can get paid. Okay. The next step will be then to download the 3 app. Now, the 3 app is absolutely amazing. There's so many tools and resources there that we'll talk a bit more about in just a moment. There are corporate resources as well. So we mentioned the customer service support, and you can connect with them by telephone, email, online chat. There's so many ways to get connected whenever you have an issue. For the international market, there's WeChat, WhatsApp, and Line that are also available for you to connect with our customer support. There are marketing tools, QR codes, and links that are all present on your website as well as in the app. And so whenever you're meeting someone or connecting with someone who says, "Oh, that Revive sounds really good. Like maybe that's a good option for me. I would like more information. What you can do is you can go into the app or into your back office and look under tools, right? What you'll see is a list of documents and information, YouTube videos, links to videos that you can send by text or by email. You can even send on social media. So you'll have all of those options available to you. There's also a corporate YouTube channel for product information that's absolutely helpful for those of us, who may not have started, when the company started. We came on a little bit later, and you're wanting to learn. There's an entire library at this point of videos with information given, by different professionals, by people with different backgrounds. All of this is available to us on the corporate YouTube channel. And then there's the corporate social media. You can find that on Instagram, Rednote, WeChat official accounts. And that makes it really easy because instead of me trying to figure out what does advertising look like, what does marketing look like, I go to our corporate social media channel and then I simply share what's already been produced by the company. So I don't have to design any ads or any types of marketing materials myself, which makes it really easy. And again, back to the three app, there's not only links, QR codes, things that we can share. Those when we share from the app, we can track when someone is visualized what we've sent to them. So, for example, I might have a John Jones who looks at a link that I sent him. I'll get a text or an email that says, John Jones has viewed your, link on Revive, which is absolutely wonderful because I then get to follow up knowing that the link has been viewed. Not only do we get to send information, but we also get to learn about the products and our business right there on the three app. So there are so many tools that are available to us, different ways to access information so that we can feel comfortable as we share with others. Now, make sure that this wall.3international.com link is saved in your bookmarks. That's a place that you want to go for the latest corporate updates. All that information is going to be right there for you. Now, the Welcome Orientation Workbook is an absolute go-to for onboarding. Why is this important? It will help you to identify all the key information that you're going to need, and it'll place it in one location for you. So you'll have information about your sponsor, who your upline leaders are, where to find the weekly live Zoom calls. And so we'll have this call, which is, this call is the onboarding call, right? For information for those people who have decided to join us. These people can get more information on what the next steps are and what to do after they've joined. The opportunity showcase is one I use the most for prospects who may be interested in just kind of learning more about it. They've heard a little bit. I've given them a little bit of information, but it's a broad overview of who we are as a company and what we offer. And this is often the very first stop, this opportunity showcase that does happen weekly. We also have our wellness trainings, which occur once a week, and they're done by different professionals in the wellness field. And so we really get amazing information coming from different perspectives, people with different backgrounds, and they give us a little bit more in-depth information on the products at times and how they are used, how effective they are, and how they are being incorporated into different business practices, which can be really helpful if you have a prospect that you're speaking to who might be a professional or a medical professional, healthcare professional in some way. We then have our empowerment calls as well. Those calls are absolutely helpful in a very different way. So, on the business side of it, which we're all interested in learning more and more about, we get information from people who've been functioning here in this space, sometimes for years, sometimes for months, but they are bringing tips, tools, experience, all of these things to bear and sharing them with us in ways that will help us to grow our businesses. So this is actually a really important opportunity as well, the empowerment meeting. And then finally, we have business trainings, which happen locally and sometimes on Zoom as well. So all of these tools are already accessible to each of us, okay, on these weekly calls. And if for some reason you're not in a position to join one of the live Zoom calls, they are recorded and stored in a library on Spark Global YouTube channel. So that's another bookmark that you want to save for yourself is the Spark Global YouTube channel. Now, the digital WOW workbook will have all of this information in there, where and what time these calls might be happening, QR codes that you can share with others. All of these things are going to be found in your welcome orientation workbook that you'll be able to review with your upline leader. And then finally, there are local, regional, and international showcases and trainings, which if you ever have an opportunity to attend, you absolutely should, to connect with others, not just leaders, but others who are in the business, who are not just finding success, but growing personally, developing personally. It is absolutely phenomenal to be able to connect and engage with those who are using this tool for good. Finally, you want to activate your business plan. Number one, identify your why. What is your motivation for doing this business? This is your story, and this is how you brand this project specifically for yourself as you begin to share with others. You want to have a very, very clear understanding for yourself of why you're doing this. What does this look like for you? How will your life be changed? What do you want your life to look like in the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? What change can you make in the world because you were willing to be courageous and use this platform that's been handed to you in a turnkey fashion uh, to improve not only your life but the lives of those around you? And so you identify what your specific why is. It's different for all of us, and for some of us it will change from the time we start. And then, because you may achieve your why initially, and then you'll go back to the drawing board and decide, okay, well, what's my new goal now? What's my new why for what's going on? This is super important. Do not skip this step. Stay on this step until you are very clear. Discuss it with your upline. They will help you to refine it so that you are very tuned in to what this means for you. And then the next thing that you'll do is you identify your top 20 colleagues. Who are the people that you trust, that trust you, people who want more in life, people who are really interested in improving their health, who are improving their financial situation, who want more time with their children, who have some big dream that they're wanting to engage in. Find these people, these like-minded individuals, right? At least 20 people who are really wanting something more in life. Write them down, get with your upline. They will help you to approach them, okay? They will help you to decide what is the best way, what is the best timing, how you can do that and what that looks like for each individual. So you don't have to do this all by yourself. So then you'll connect with those top 20 and then you'll leverage the tools. So you don't have to know everything. This is what's really, really important in this business. The best thing that you can do is leverage the tools, events, and your sponsor. What does that look like? You find your college roommate, who may be, really interested in health and wellness at this point in their life. And you say, I have this, new company that I've just connected with. I really think that, the tools and what they offer resonates with where you are in your life, and I want you to check it out. And they'll say, what is it? And instead of you trying to imitate Dr. Dan and describe every single product and its benefits, what you might want to do is simply send them a link to a video, okay? Or send them a link to a live Zoom call. And or if your sponsor is available, if this is, an option that you have available to you, if your schedules allow, ask them for coffee. Let's have a coffee. Let's have coffee by Zoom, but let's have a 20-30 minute session where someone can explain to you more than this very new brand new onboarding person that you are, trying to explain it all yourself. Okay. Because that can be quite intimidating. So we don't want you to feel like you have to do all the explaining. You have to know every single thing before you can get out there and begin offering this beautiful opportunity to people. It's like, no, you make the offer and then you leverage the tools, events, or your sponsor. And at this point, you may have already connected with your sponsor or leader to work on your WOW workbook. If you have not, that is absolutely the thing that you should be doing. Your sponsor really wants to be in contact with you regarding this WOW workbook. And so they want to help you identify your whys. So make sure that you're staying connected and you have information on who your upline leaders are. Because while your sponsor may be interested in helping you, they may not always have time. We all are very busy people. There are things that we need to be doing. So let's make sure that we have someone in our upline to connect with, and your sponsor will be the place to start. They'll let you know who in your upline you can connect with, who can help you as you move through these steps. Just as we are about to close here, I would love to give you a few gentle reminders. Now, we all know this, but this is a reminder that I need often. A business takes time to build. Now, some of us who have taken time in our lives to gain a certain level of expertise, or who have gained, certain rankings in our job, who become the president of a company, or, we all know we didn't start there and we didn't get there overnight. There's nothing about building something that will last that will allow for it to happen overnight. Okay. It all takes time. You learn step by step. You learn, you grow, you improve, you learn, you grow, you improve. And over time, you actually are able to build this business. And so the next is you are in business for yourself, but not by yourself. That is critical. Why? I've been in business by myself. And if I didn't do things, they didn't get done. It was a lot. It was hectic. I mean, I was learning a ton because there were lots of things I didn't know how to do. And I still wanted the business to succeed. So I had to go learn how to do it all myself. This is not the case here. For example, thankfully, I do not have to learn how to manage logistics for e-commerce. I just click the button, right? It's been given to me. And if there are things that I don't know how to do, I have an upline leader, and I'm not afraid to call him. I will certainly call out and let someone know, I think I need this and I don't know how to do it. That is a beautiful thing. If anyone has ever done business or started a business, the benefit of having someone that you can call. Because when you're doing it yourself, there is no one that you can call. You just figure it out. And so thankfully, we don't have to do that. We can all rely on the system that's been built for us. So we've got these SWs and then N. Now, what does that mean? I'll explain it to you. Some will, some won't. So what? Next. Okay, this is where we are. It's easy to begin to feel like it's personal. realize that it's not. So when you speak to someone about this business, you have to realize that some will, right? Some will see the opportunity and jump on it. Some won't. Some will see the opportunity and it may not be the right timing for them. They may be, just taking on a new promotion at work and they can't right now, or they're going through a divorce. Life happens, right? So whether they see the opportunity or not, some won't. Some won't join you in this. You have to have the mindset of so what, right? We're going to offer it to as many people as we can encounter, and some will, some won't. So what? Next. Okay, we move right on to the next person because someone's waiting. That's the other part. Someone's waiting to hear about this opportunity. So we move on to the next. The 5 M's. I heard about this when I first started, and as time has gone on, I have learned that it is absolutely true. We have taken it in Sedona to mean more meetings means more missions, right? Everyone has their mission in life, their dream in life, their goal, their why, what it is they're wanting to accomplish. The more meetings we have, the more people we are given the opportunity to connect to their missions. This has also meant more meetings means more money. That is also true. And so the more meetings we have, the more opportunities we have to allow others to join us in this business so that they can also begin to reap the financial benefits. Now we want to hone and master our craft. Okay. And we're all beginners. If you're on this call, you're a beginner. All right. It's an onboarding call for that reason. We're getting you started, but we won't remain beginners, right? It's okay to not know something. What's not okay is to keep not knowing it. It's one of the phrases that I've often used. Okay, so as we're starting, we're learning, and you want to continue to get better and better and better. What does that look like? It looks like getting out here and doing it. Listening to the videos, reading about things, learning about things is amazing. We're all going to continue to do that. But to master your craft, you have to actually be active and engaged and using the tools that have been given to you. And so your upline leader is going to be extremely helpful in guiding you through that process. So you're going to, first of all, know your why. You're going to have a plan and work your plan. Okay? Having a plan is beautiful. It is only part of what needs to happen. Okay. One of the phrases that I have taken to heart most recently this past few weeks has been your plan doesn't work unless you do. All right. So you're going to put in the work, you're going to hone your craft, you're going to zero in, laser focused on that why, and you're going to have help as you continue to work so that your plan will work for you. You are the architect of your journey. And while we do have all the support and help that we need, and you're not doing this business alone, the only person who is responsible for getting the actual work done to move you forward in this journey is you. So let's make sure that your drive is what's moving you forward. Okay. And then don't forget the most important, have fun. All right. If we're not having fun, we're not doing this right. There should be laughter, jokes, games, all kinds of things happening. You should enjoy what you're doing. And if you're not, get with your upline, ask them to help you to infuse the fun back into what you're doing. This should start fun. It should end fun. It should be fun all through the middle. Okay. Thank you very, very much. It has been an absolute pleasure. I wish you all the success in your business.